everyone, welcome to Prototool channel. In our last video, we briefly discussed the process of making a hair dryer. Many of you had questions about the plastic material used in hair dryers. That's a valid question. But let me ask you an even better one. How do manufacturers decide which material to use? And that brings us to the topic of today's video. Factors to consider when choosing the injection molding material. You know, there are a ton of different types of material out there. You've got your regular stuff like PC and ABS, and then you've got these special engineered materials like PEEK, not to mention all the modified plastics. Each type of plastic has its own set of physical and chemical properties. Every person who works in an injection molding factory knows these features like the back of their hand. But just knowing these features isn't enough. Because for every product we make, every part, the choice of materials should have a purpose. If you are able to think in reverse and pose the question like, what's the purpose of injection molding piece? How much pressure will it handle? What's the estimated cost and stuff like that? And the factors to consider for material selection naturally come into play. The first thing to consider is temperature. Will the product be stored in a refrigerator or left out in the sun? For instance, if the product needs to withstand cold temperatures, materials such as PC, nylon, PVC, PE, and so on may need to be taken into account. Moving on to the second point, let's talk about the environment you'll be using the part in. Will they be exposed to outside or kept indoors? Will they go under the hood or be in a damp environment? For instance, PVC material doesn't hold up well against the weather and tends to turn yellow. So, if you are looking for something that will be placed outside and needs to maintain its appearance, we don't recommend using PVC. The third point is about the product lifespan. Are your plastic products meant to be used once and thrown away, or are they designed for long-term use? Are you thinking of using them for 2 years, 5 years, or even 30 years? If the product needs to withstand the mechanical conditions, like medical equipment, it's important to make sure the materials are durable and can handle the intended purpose. On the other hand, for packaging materials like consumer product cases, you don't need to worry too much about the product's lifespan. The fourth point is about the appearance. Are your parts transparent? What color are they? Do you have any specific requirements for the shine? For example, transparent parts often bring to mind the materials like PC, acrylic, and some modified substances. Similarly, colored parts may require the use of color mask barge. The fifth point we want to highlight is industry compliance. Do your parts need to meet food safety standards? Are they required to comply with FDA regulations? Or do they need to have medical grade, ISO, or electric compliance? Okay, please keep in mind that meeting these compliance requirements can increase the cost of injection molding parts. So, the next thing to consider is the cost. Speaking of cost, let me give you an example. Let's say there are two different materials with different prices, but they can both be used to make the same product that meets our needs. Which one would you choose? Well, without thinking too much, I think most people would go for the materials that cost less. Even though some materials like PEK and PEI are high temperature resistant film, they're pretty expensive. If our product doesn't have any special requirements, why would we choose them? The last thing to consider is durability. It's about whether your plastic parts need to handle specific mechanical or physical stress. Sometimes, certain plastic can meet these requirements by adding other stuff. For instance, when you mix glass fiber into PP material, it gets a big boost in strength. So, those are the factors you need to consider when choosing plastic materials. Now, let's go back to the question I mentioned at the beginning. What material was used for the hair dryer in the last video? Well, the truth is, if you have been doing injection molding for a while, you can often tell the materials used in many products just by how they look and feel. Can you take a guess? Feel free to leave your answers in the comment section. I hope this video can help you out. If you have any questions or want to know more, feel free to drop a comment below. We'll be happy to answer anything you are curious about. See you next time.
Or what topic of the video would you like to learn from our video on injection molding processing? Come and tell us.